It did pretty much everything else for you guys. What'd you see out of Russell tonight? What he gave you guys?
I told him during the game, I think it might, I'm not sure if it was second or third quarter, maybe late second, that your scoring is not that important. Like, don't get frustrated with, missing shots. Take good shots, take the right shots, but you bring us way more than just scoring the basketball. So don't let that affect your game. And defensively, he was great on KD. I thought his physicality was good. He got a few offensive rebounds at the end of the game that kept the ball alive. We got some more possessions, and the big stop on Book at the end. And so don't get discouraged about making shots or missing shots because you bring way more to this team than just making shots. And I thought he was phenomenal tonight.
So that 15-0 run Phoenix had in the third quarter, I think it was 15-0, seemed like a backbreaker. I think you guys went from up six to down seven or something like that. How did you guys recover from that based on
Is that
what happened?
15 or 13?
I think it was 15-0.
But 6 and 7 is not.
I don't want to.
Oh, okay, okay,
That's 15-0 run for Phoenix. Though.
okay,
Went from up to down.
okay.
How did you guys bounce back from that? What was the building going and
Just a couple timeouts. The coaching staff just staying positive and just clean up some of our mistakes. And so you can't turn the ball over against this team. They're too good in transition. KD and Book, it's hard to get bodies in front of them when you turn the basketball over. So we had to be strong with that. But just keeping our head, just staying composed, and nobody got rattled. We knew this is a great team over here, well coached. Monty's a hell of a coach, and so they're gonna make a run at home, and we understood that. And so that was our main focus in the timeouts. Like, we built the lead, they made a run, and now we got to keep our composure and be ready to fight back. And I thought our whole group, everybody that played tonight was great. Our bench, the guys that didn't play, was phenomenal tonight, and so that's what we got to have. Like I said, I like our fight tonight. I really did. Just our energy. I loved our physicality, and we did a good job.
When you went out, when Russ went out with 4 minutes left in the, was it a guarantee that you would come back in at some point? Because obviously sometimes it's not the last
Yeah.
6 minutes of the game.
Well,
But you would at some point.
yeah, for sure. But Kawhi ended up starting the fourth quarter and played those 2 minutes and gave us a good burst, and then we brought Russ in for Kawhi. But yeah, he definitely was going back in.
What did you think from just the physicality? That's something you've talked about all week on Durant from start to finish. Where it affected if maybe you guys got overfouled. What did you think?
I mean, when you're physical, you're gonna foul. We just got to be smart. Not fouling when they're in the bonus. Getting cheap fouls when they're 35 feet away from the basket, things like that. But when he's driving, when he's cutting through the lane, we got to be physical. He's too great of a player to just let him roam free. And so I loved our physicality. I thought we did a good job, and we got to be even better on Tuesday. Is it? Yeah, we got to be even better on Tuesday. And so it's one game, it's one win. I'm sure they'll make some adjustments, but I like what we did tonight, and so we just got to come back and repeat that on Tuesday.
Do you have any thought when Russ was struggling to shoot the ball and the way that the lead kind of dwindled in that stretch? Was there any thought of pulling Russ just to make sure that you weren't shaking his confidence or that you weren't pulling the team out of a rhythm?
Yeah, no, I wasn't thinking about that. I mean, he was just too good for us defensively tonight, and so you're not gonna make shots every night. And he shot in the ball. He shot the ball well since he's been with us. And so you never want to penalize a guy for missing shots. But you can penalize guys when they're not playing hard. They miss assignments and things like that. So defensively, he was on point tonight. And so, like I said before, his shot doesn't mean that much to us. He's making shots, okay, great, but everything else he brings with his passing, with his defense, with his pace, his toughness, things like that, that's what we need from him every night. And so that's what he was able to do outside of, without making shots, that's what he was able to do tonight.
What's it like to win first game of the series?
It feels good. I told you we don't have a lot of margin for error, with PG being out, so we gotta hit the ground running, no easing into the game, easing into the series. We got to be locked in. We got to be physical, and we got to attack. And I thought we did a good job with that.
Does it give you guys an advantage at all, sort of in the complexion of things? Does it put some pressure
Oh,
on
no,
the
no advantage until you win four, But it's a good start for us. Like I said, great team, great coach over there, and so they're gonna be ready to play game two. So we got to bring the same intensity come Tuesday.
Have you ever seen a player go 3 for 19 and still impact winning the way Russ did on the glass and defensively?
I just saw it tonight. But we just talked. You missed it because you were late. But no. I'm saying, but no. I just talked about just talking to Russ. I think into the second, late second. I think maybe early third. I can't remember. But he was mad about missing shots, and I said, listen, your shot's not important. You know, take good shots, take the right shots, but what you bring to our team is way more valuable. And that's rebounding the basketball. That's the 3 offensive rebounds at the end of the game, gives extra possession. The defense on KD, the stop on Book at the end, you know, and defensive, he was locked in, you know. And so don't worry about the missed shots. Like, you bring more to this team than that. And that's why tonight, like I said, and that big stop on Book at the end was huge for us.
How much did he harass like KD by chasing him on the side, kind of trailing him, and Book as well coming from behind? Things like
Yeah, he did a great job, you know, pursuing the basketball, not melting on screens, continue to keep coming. And, I mean, I've never seen a guy block KD's shot, but a point guard block KD's shot, you know, it just tells you how hard he's playing and how locked in he is.
How do you feel like Kawhi's ability to lock into this game and to kind of play the game through? How do you kind of, you know, judge how he did offensively, just understanding how they're guarding him and playing better?
Yeah, he was great. You know, seen some things tonight that we can take advantage of. So we got to make sure we lock into that. But I thought he did a really good job of just getting to his spots, taking what the defense gives him, that they double team, making the right pass and right play. But, you know, he did a good job just getting to his spots tonight.
What about Zoo?
What does Zoo do tonight?
He had a night.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, Zoo was good. You know, I think we got to get better with him firing back to Aiden, because Aiden can make that little 15-foot shot and those little floaters in the paint. But I thought he did a good job just, you know, being on Craig, just trying to, you know, change the game up. He did a good job. But now we got to do a better job with Aiden, just firing back to him on those little floaters and pull-up jump shots. But I thought he was good. You know, I think being more physical around the basket, because they're going to be fouling, so we can't flop and flail. We got to finish those around the rim. And I think he'll be better with that game, too.
When Torrey Craig has got to go in like that, obviously a hard team to beat. What did you see, I guess specifically, that was able to, he was able to get going? Was it just the attention that you guys give the other guys?
Yeah, I mean, we know CP, we know Booker, we know KD, what they can do, you know, and Craig's been playing great. I mean, nothing to take away from him, but, you know, we want him taking, you know, more shots, you know, and just try to keep the ball to KD and Booker's hands. But like I said, Torrey played great tonight. You know, hats off to him. And, you know, you want to see guys, you know, play well, not win. But, you know, I don't want to, you know, but like I said, he played well. And they did a good job of just running actions for him and getting him a couple shots, and he played well. But just trying to take the ball to KD and Book's hands as much as possible.
Kawhi played 42 minutes, and I'm not sure how many times he's played 40, you know, this season. Were you watching him, monitoring him, especially as it was going on? I saw you getting a little bit of breather. Did you see the sort of the ramp up you've seen or drop off of fatigue in the fourth quarter?
I thought he got a little winded when he first came out in the fourth quarter, like around the 10-minute mark on the free throw line. He was a little tired. So we got him out for 3 minutes, I think, and then brought him right back. He said he was ready to go. And that's what we've been saving up for, you know, this moment here. You know, in the playoffs, we got to play heavy minutes, you know, especially with PG being out, being shorthanded. And like I said, he was great tonight.
So I don't think anybody's asked you those free throws that Russ that pulled up and hit. Obviously, that's one of the areas he hasn't really shot the ball great with you guys from the line. But what does that say about him to step up and make those two?
I mean, it's crazy because he's just a competitor, and he's not afraid of the moment. You know, like, you know, even taking the big three at the end that he missed. You know, he's not scared. And that's half the battle, you know, not being scared and being afraid. But like you said, to drive the basketball, get fouled, 2 big free throws to put us up 3. That's huge, and that's who he is.
Thank you. Russ and Kawhi here.
Coach, obviously a game doesn't come down to one possession, but that one that extended probably 30-something seconds, how big was that?
I mean, I think they had about 3 or 4 possessions where they got like 4 cracks at it because we couldn't secure the rebound. And, you know, if you look at the defensive possessions, if you just get the rebound, the numbers are extremely in our favor. So we gave them 14 offensive rebounds tonight, but timely ones. And then we had a couple of mishaps down the stretch and gave Kawhi 1 3, and then Gordon got a 3. And so those things just kind of piled up at the end.
Curious with the possession that you guys had. Obviously, it looked like he was trying to get it to Durant. What did they do defensively to maybe take that?
They just switched. They went small and switched, and that's why sometimes you don't even want to call a timeout because you know they're going to get the big out of the game and switch everything. And, you know, Book got the ball, and Russ just made a good play.
Curious, what was your message to them after? I mean, obviously, it's early in the series. Right.
You know, it's one game. We'll look at the film and regroup and get ready for a big game here when we show up on Tuesday.
Coach, when you look at the second quarter, the end of the second quarter and the third quarter, what do you feel like clicked for you guys?
We just played .5 basketball, and we got stops. the last part of the third, I thought we gave a lot back. We were up 8, and then just like that, it was a tie game. And I got to look at the film and see why. I thought we took a couple of shots we didn't need to take. We could have got it to the second side. They were forcing us to take mid-range shots in the pocket high instead of swinging it to the second side, which is how we got the lead in the first place.
Down the stretch, were you comfortable with the way the offense looked? Or
Nah, it was all over the place. I mean, we missed shots in the paint that we typically make, but it didn't look like there was a great flow tonight. And we got to get more organized and run our stuff. I thought when they put smaller guys on DA and bigger guys on Torrey, we had Torrey setting screens in the pocket, and typically we don't do that. We put DA in that screening action. If they switch it, then we throw it to him, and then he has to convert or find somebody on the second side. So we got to get more organized on offense.
Monty, with what you just mentioned, how'd you like the way the guys adjusted to using Torrey as a screener and getting
It was
the flow
okay.
there?
I mean, when he was diving and getting to the basket, I mean, he scored tonight, which is great, but I still think we have to take advantage of DA's size in those situations and have him screen. He's got a small guy on him, and then he's screening a smaller guy. So if they want to put that guy on DA, we can throw it to him or see if they help on the second side. But Torrey in the pocket wasn't bad tonight.
It was an uneven start defensively, but how'd you like the way the guys started to compete a bit?
I thought we just gave up stuff out of timeouts. There were a few times where we just didn't get back in transition, not a ton. And then there were times where we didn't even see the guy behind us. You know, those are plays that at halftime, when you look at our defense, it wasn't bad. There was just miscommunications, or we just didn't see a guy behind us. And that's something that, you know, you can't have that in the playoffs.
And Coach, right here, good to see you. What do you attribute the slow start to?
You could make all kinds of excuses. It doesn't matter. We had the same time off as they did. You know what I mean? You could say we didn't have a lot of time to play, but we played 2 days this week. You know, so we just have to come out with that NBA term urgency right out the gate. And I didn't feel like we had that defensively to start. And then we got it a bit in the second quarter, and then we played really good defense and offense to begin the third. And then it just kind of went a little bit offensively. I thought our offense hurt us at the end of the third and gave them possessions in transition.
Monty, we saw over here. We saw quite a few guys get some run. What were you looking for when you were deciding what lineups to put out there, just who to play off the bench?
Yeah, the minutes are going to go up for the guys who play a ton. You know, we're trying to match up and keep size on Kawhi as best we can, but we also have attention on Powell and Gordon. And so a lot of it was getting some defensive guys on Powell and Gordon along with Kawhi. But I think I could have given Terrence a longer run tonight just to get us somebody who can knock down a shot and space the floor.
Coach, you mentioned having some size. Was that kind of the thinking behind having Torrey over Josh in the starting lineup?
Yeah, Torrey and Ish have done well against guys like that. Now, nobody can stop Kawhi. But at the same time, we feel like, putting size on him gives you a chance. But they screen the size off of him a lot. And so if you go back and hit them or blitz them, then you're in rotations.
Coach, obviously, looking at the bench, a lot of guys, I mean, the minutes were low, but they weren't being aggressive as far as shooting. How do you?
Well, I didn't think we were organized enough to get those guys shots. I thought we allowed the way they matched us, I thought that messed with us a little bit. We have to just run our stuff, and that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Just run our stuff no matter how they match up and make them play against our offense. Our offense is pretty good.
Coach, how did you feel about Jock when he came in during the third quarter to kind of come and help the guys just a tiny bit?
It was okay. There was a couple of times I felt like he could have got the ball to the second side. Sometimes you take that mid-range free throw shot, you got to make that shot. But his energy is great. I thought he had a really good dive. He got to the free throw line. So that's something that we'll talk about tomorrow so that we can be better.
Coach, how do you look at Chris as a rebounder tonight rather than just he got a double-double in assists and rebounds?
I mean, it's what we needed. Russ had 5 offensive boards. We have to have more attention as far as keeping their guards off the glass, I mean, we needed Chris to rebound. They had 14 offensive boards, 10 more possessions. You know, I thought that was, along with the stuff that happened down the stretch with, you know, the 2 threes we gave up, I thought the extra possessions we gave them really hurt us tonight.
Monty, not that we haven't seen defense from Book before, but do you think he takes that end to a different level in the postseason?
I think he's just competitive and aggressive no matter what the situation is. But I thought he took the challenge tonight against Kawhi. Kawhi hit some tough shots. But Book is, you know, I've said it since I've been here, he's a better defender than people give him credit for. All right, thank you.
Devin, obviously you guys were down early and then, you know, came back and took the lead. What do you feel like maybe was the difference in the last 5 minutes or so in the fourth?
I have to go back and look at it. But I know they got a lot of extra attempts, offensive rebounds that led to open threes. I remember 3 in a row, 2 from Kawhi and then 1 from EG. You know, so limiting them to those possessions, you know, one-shot defense and get the rebound and, you know, go do what we do.
Curious with that possession with Russell. I initially thought you were going to go for a 3, but what did you see on that made you decide to take a 2 there?
Just try to get a quick one. They were obviously playing the 3, you know, not fouling, so just try to get a quick one, maybe an and one, and, you know, it just didn't happen.
Book, what do you attribute the slow start to?
I don't know. Again, I have to go back and watch it. You know, I know we started off slow, but, you know, found it, got it back before half, and then came out in the third quarter with, you know, good energy. Big up and down game, you know, and then give it away at the end of the third. And, you know, the rest was what happened in the fourth.
To your point, how did you like the way you guys responded as a team defensively?
It's important. You know, we talked about it on the bench. You know, we understand it's not going to be easy. It only gets harder from here on out. So, you know, just understanding that going into the game and, you know, just locking into it. But, you know, it feels good to be playing playoff basketball again.
Book, on that last possession, foul or clean play?
I mean, I don't know how the rule works. You know, I know when you shoot a jump shot, you know, they can go hand to hand. But on the scoop, wrist, hand, you know, it's over with.
When you look at the offense down the stretch, what do you feel like you guys could have done better, or did you feel like you were getting shots that you normally make?
We got shot. I mean, they pushed it to 6 and, you know, 6 or 8, and we, you know, kept fighting back, you know, made it a 1-point game. You know, so I think we got some good looks.
Monty was just saying that there wasn't maybe necessarily a good flow to the offense tonight. Is there anything you could attribute to that too, or what do you think, where that stemmed from, would you think?
I have to go watch it, to be completely honest.
The only other thing I had was just when you have that week off in between, do you feel like maybe that led to the slow start of not playing games, or no?
No excuses now. You know, it's that time of year. You know, if you're not up and ready for these, and you know, you're playing the wrong sport.
Book, what do you see offensively in terms of using Torrey as a screener and adjusting to the way the Clippers were covering you guys?
Yeah, I mean, he did great in it. You know, just playing in that pocket. You know, if teams are going to play like that, you know, put 5s on him, then he can just do like that. He played unbelievable tonight on both ends. Yeah, hell of a game by Torrey.
Does this feel differently at all? It's the first time you've lost a game 1 before.
I mean, it's just a series, you know. I mean, as you guys know, I've been up 2-0, you know, and lost it. So I feel like I've seen pretty much every scenario as it goes to count, except losing the first one. But, you know, we'll respond next game, and, you know, it'll be fun.
Hey, Book, I was actually going to ask about that same thing. Do you think the playoff experience the last couple seasons makes this easier to deal with than maybe if it was your first playoff game going down 0-1?
I mean, no matter what year I'm in or how many times I do it, you know, I think it's going to be a roller coaster. You know, even thinking back to my first one, like every loss is, you know, the worst thing ever, and every win, you're going to win the rest of them. That's just how the playoffs go.
Thanks, Book.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta ask about the ATO right before, like after y'all got like 3 offensive rebounds right in front of y'all bench. They were face guarding Kawhi, and you were trying to get it to him, and you saw Katie was being space around the block. Decide to take book, get yourself to the line. What did you see and how?
Just time and score. I saw the shot clock going down. White did a good job of screening, allowing me to get to my spot. I love being on the block, being able to, put myself in position to be able to make a play there. Didn't make it all night, but down the stretch, got to the line and knocked down the free throws.
How do you get yourself to a place mentally to make those?
I've been in this position before, regardless of what happened. 46 minutes beforehand, whatever, 47 minutes beforehand, when the game on the line, time to win games, take my time and knock them down.
Russ, you just said put yourself in position to make something happen. You did that all night.
Yeah.
Outside of shot making, the offensive rebound, dead ball, the block and deflection. How did you? I mean, I know the shot wasn't going, but when you're trying to impact the game in other ways, how does the shot making not let you feel?
My whole career, man, I've been proud of myself every season to do everything. I think I'm one of those guys that can do everything each and every night. Like I've always told you guys, whatever's needed of me to win the game, I'll do it. I'm just grateful that T. Lue and the staff believe in me, regardless of my shots not falling, allowing me to be able to make an impact on the team and winning.
The other day you told us you watched a lot of KD offensive clips.
Yeah.
You were guarding him for a lot of the night tonight. Kind of set the tone defensively with I think you started 0-5.
Yeah.
What was kind of the key to guarding him and stopping him?
You just gotta make sure he sees you, make sure he knows that you're there. Like I told you guys, he hell of a shot maker, make tough shots. One of the elite scorers of all time. I'm just trying to make it difficult for him, make him work a little bit more, and that's it.
How much do you think this team has benefited from your Russell Westbrook brand of energy?
I would like to say a lot, but you got to ask him. I'm just grateful and thankful, and I know, what I bring to a basketball team and being able to do it here. I'm grateful for that.
When it comes for a guy of your size to hit the glass like that, is it just, there's athleticism and energy, but is it heart?
It is. It's timing. It's the will to win. Be able to make plays. Understanding time, scoring, possession. And at this position, humbly speaking, nobody better rebounder than me.
Russ, what do you think of? What do you think of Kawhi tonight, drawing two, getting off of it early, and something?
His patience, his awareness throughout the game was amazing, as you guys seen. He's been like that for us, and since I've been here, and we had his back on the defensive end, and going into the next game, we'll make sure we find ways to keep making the game easy for him.
Russ, I think pregame, Ty said that usually game one might be a feel-out game for some teams, but you guys don't have a margin for error.
Yeah.
You guys just have to come out with that intensity. What is it like playing like that, knowing that you can't just have a feel-out game? You got to go out there punch first.
Yeah, man, it's a good team, good basketball team here, and you wait for the game. Sometimes the game go by you, and I think we did a good job today of setting the tone and giving ourselves a chance to be able to, take on some of their runs, but also stay solid to our game plan.
Russ, I think I told you in the locker room, you did this before.
Yeah.
19, you won with the Wizards Philly. What is it about going through for 19?
I don't know, but I guess that's a secret number. We won both games, so shit, if it works, then hey, I'm in for that.
That play at the end with Devin, he's driving, throwing his right hip basically. How do you get that block clean and somehow save it off of him?
Just awareness, man, and trying to make winning plays, not giving up easy. I know they want to try to go quick too, but just not giving in and not giving up an easy two, and being aware of the baseline. It's just a little bit of luck, but also just being aware of kind of what's going on.
Russ, PG was obviously big in getting you to come here. Now with him down, how much does it mean for you to be able to go out and step up even more and try to get a win?
It's important, especially for me. Anytime I'm in a position where people just believe in me, just not as a basketball player, but just me as a person, I just feel like it's my duty to be able to bring everything I have, regardless of what happens, and lay it out on the line.
How's the job of guarding these guys physically? Something that's been talked about all week. How do you guys think you did in that regard?
I thought we did a good job. I watched the film tonight when I get back to the room, and and see. We kind of had some slippage throughout the game, but, they made a run. But I thought for the most part we did a good job of sticking to, our game plan.
How do you not get satisfied with just one road win?
Oh, shit. I've been in this position many times. Playoffs, it's a series, man. It's the first of four, no matter how you get there. Right now we up one, but tonight you look at film, enjoy it, and in the morning you erase it and get ready for Tuesday.
Last one.
Yeah, but
How much fun you guys have play against Kevin Durant in the first round playoff?
Man, I have fun every time I step on the floor, regardless of who it is. I love to play basketball. I love to compete at the highest level, and I'm grateful for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kevin, obviously you've been in so many playoff series before. What do you feel like maybe in the last 5 or so minutes wasn't working or didn't work, or what they did well that led to them coming out on top?
It was a great back and forth game, all game. Those 3 threes they hit late in the fourth was huge. I think we was pretty even game until then. Pretty even game all the way around, outside of the 3-point line.
Curious with obviously you and Devin have started a little slow. Do you think that's maybe a product of the week off, or was it the Clippers? What would you attribute that to?
You gotta give them credit for playing good defense, but I think we missed some good shots there in that first quarter, and we was able to get it going there in the second, and third quarters. We definitely like to have better starts, but sometimes that happens, and it's about how you bounce back from it. But I think we did a solid job in the second and third of bouncing back.
The only other thing I had was when you look at the play of Kawhi, just curious and your thoughts on how he was able to play the way he played tonight.
I mean, it's a tough cover. He can score from all areas. So, he was making shots there in the second half. We made some big threes there in the fourth quarter. He's an all-time player. So we got to, continue to be physical and deny his catches and make it as tough as we can on him.
Kevin, what do you think clicked together for you guys in the middle of the second and then at the start of the third?
We just got stops and was able to get out and run and not, just play off the pass, play off the pick and roll, just make quick decisions once we got stopped. So, I think that's the name of the game for us is getting the rebound, getting out and going, and finding the play from there.
It's not like you to be unable to get shots up in the last 5 to 6 minutes of a close game like this in the playoffs. What do you attribute that to?
I think they did a good job. When I did get it, they put a trap on me and I had to come off the ball. But a lot of time I was spacing there in the corner, just waiting for it. And it's providing space for my teammates. I think we got some good looks there in the fourth. We didn't knock some down, but you got to give credit to the Clippers.
With you being off the ball and spacing, do you feel like part of that is just kind of the feeling out process? You've only had 8 games with these guys.
I wouldn't say it's a filling out process. I think I'm good at spacing out and attacking off the catch. I think, like I said, I provide a lot of space for my teammates, and we got good looks. We just didn't knock them down.
Monty was talking about the offensive boards. It wasn't a ton. It was 14, but it felt like timely ones. What did you see on the defensive rebounding side of it?
Yeah, Russ got 5. He made some huge plays there in the fourth on the offensive glass. And that's how they're going to get points, That's how they're going to get, extra possessions. 10 more possessions than us, We can't win a game like that.
Kevin, I think fans, it's easy for them to overreact to a Game 1 loss. With all your experience, how do you not do that?
It's a long series. We know that anything can happen in the playoffs, so we guaranteed to play another game, so we just got to go back to the drawing board.
Just curious, Monty was saying that, hey, guys just got to run their stuff and get shots out of that. What do you feel like as far as can help the bench to be more productive, even though I know the starters are playing more minutes there?
Yeah, just be aggressive, make quick decisions. I think once we, like I said, get stops and get out and run, I think that's the best version of our team. So I think everybody could benefit from boxing out, getting to the glass and pushing the pace.
Kevin, to go back to those middle quarters, was it encouraging to see the way you guys defended specifically and just all 5 of you in general?
Yeah, it was cool to see, but we won 4 quarters of it.
Kevin, obviously not the result you guys are looking for, but how big was Torrey's production out there?
Yeah, he played great ball. Great ball. You know, when they were leaving him open, he was knocking down shots, being aggressive on the defensive side of the ball. He had 5 fouls, but I like his aggressiveness. You know, he moved the ball pretty well. You know, he got out in transition. So I think he played a great game tonight.